Hello everyone, Father Ruzicka here, and I just wanted to share a few words with you before I depart. First of all, I just wanted to say I don't think that there's any community outside of my family that has won so much of my love and my affection as this community of St. Joseph Imperial has. I like to tell people that in a real way, I basically grew up here. I showed up here as a seminarian in the fall of 2018, and in a real way I never left. At the end of my internship, I remember Father Shaughnessy announcing, he says, Jack's not really going away. And it turned out he was right, because I came back the year after that during the COVID lockdown, lived here for a few months, and was ordained a deacon. I actually preached my first homily here in this church at that AMBO. And then I served as a deacon at Sacred Heart in Troy and came back in 2021 as your associate pastor. And I can't even begin to describe the emotions that arose in my heart when I opened up that letter on the steps of the cathedral saying that I would be assigned to St. Joseph and Imperial and to be the part-time chaplain of St. Pius X High School. It was unreal. It was surreal. I couldn't believe it because I remember thinking, how cool would it be and it would come back as a priest. But I dismissed the thought, thinking that there's no way that would happen. And on May 29th, 2021, when I was ordained a priest, that's exactly what happened. And I like to think that the Lord did that in an intentional way to stretch my heart and to teach me how to be a father. And so I would say that it was in your midst, in the midst of this Catholic community of St. Joseph and Imperial, that I learned how to be a spiritual father. At this altar, I learned how to celebrate Mass. At that AMBO, I learned how to preach. In the confessional here, I learned how to give the merciful love of the Father in the sacrament of reconciliation. And words cannot describe just my deep gratitude and affection for each and every one of you, for the ways that you have let me be your father, the ways that you've let me love you, for the ways that you've invited me into your families and into your own hearts. A very profound memory that I'll carry with me from my time here at St. Joseph was the ability to celebrate the Easter Vigil this past year and to baptize 10 people and to confirm 19 people. That was just an incredible opportunity and something that I'll cherish with me for the rest of my life. My gratitude and my affection for you can't find words, and hope that it is not lost on me, the fact that I've got to be here for so long, for about 7 years, and to learn how to be a man, how to be a father. And in a very real way, I'm particularly grateful for all of you, the ways that you've supported me and my family as I buried my father this past year. Seeing all of you at the wake and at the funeral, and just the ways that your outpouring of affection has truly been a support in ways that you cannot even begin to understand. And know that your love for me is going to propel me forward as a shepherd, as an associate pastor of the community of St. Peter's in Kirkwood. I know I can go there with confidence because I go there fortified by your love. St. John Vianney says that the priesthood is the love of the heart of Christ. And I just hope that through me, you've been able to learn the heart of Christ through my example. And I hope that you all know that I've have a deeper relationship with Christ because of your love and the ways that I've got to know you and the ways that you've loved me in return. And just my passing words of encouragement for you is just to please stay close to the heart of Christ. St. John tells us that Christ is life. He's the bread of life. So if we're not in union with Christ, if we're not in a relationship with Christ, we don't have life within us. So I think the greatest thing that you can do as a community is continue to be faithful to the Eucharist, to be faithful to Sunday Mass, to go to adoration, to spend time with Christ. Because the more we're with him, the more we will become him, the more his life will be lived in us. Christ is utterly compelling. Christ changes hearts. He changes our lives. And you will continue to be rich. You will continue to have and experience abundant life when you live in union with Christ. So please stay close to Jesus in the Eucharist. And I know that Father Morris, your incoming associate pastor, that he will continue to shepherd you into a deep relationship to the heart of Christ, the Good Shepherd, and his Sacred Heart. And please welcome him with the amount of joy and generosity that you've welcomed me. I hope that you all know that I will never forget this community. Every priest that I've ever known says that your first assignment is very special. And that's definitely the case here with St. Joseph. I will never forget this place. I will never forget you, and I'll never stop loving you. and I will carry you in my heart for the rest of my days. So please know of my love and my prayers for you as I move forward and as you continue forward, as we all continue to build the kingdom of God and to welcome the love of Christ in our hearts. And please never forget that the Lord delights in you. That's the greatest truth, and that is our deepest joy, knowing the love of the heart of the Father. So the Lord delights in you. Thank you so much. God bless you, and God love you.